Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest Las Vegas Casino podcast. I'm testing out my new microphone. Just got it in today. I didn't realize it was going to take a little bit longer than usual because turns out this was coming from Japan or China. So it was free shipping, but it takes a little longer to arrive. Let me know what you guys think. I have it set first off on the lowest settings where it's the most clearest sound possible at the sacrifice of the voice coming out a little bit lower than usual. If this sounds good, let me know. If not, I can try turning up the boost, the microphone boost, but it may create just a little bit more background noise. But otherwise, please let me know. For this edition, I wanted to talk about the Windstar Casino Hotel, the one that's located just on the northern tip of Texas. I go there not too often, but I go there every now and then. And I thought to myself, if I'm talking about all these other Las Vegas casinos and hotels, why not at least add one other experience, one other location that I've gone to for my casino visits? And in this case, it is the Windstar. Now, when I mentioned that it's over by the northern tip of Texas, it is literally at the northern tip. If you've been to the Windstar, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's Texas, then there's a bridge that separates Texas from Oklahoma, and you're crossing a river of some sort. And then right across that bridge is the Winstar Casino. That is strategically placed, by the way, because in Texas you cannot have any casinos, but you can definitely have casinos right outside the edge of Texas. There is one casino actually here in Texas that is an actual casino, but it falls under the Indian territory, and I'll talk about that in a separate video about Texas casinos and how things are going there. But in this case, with the review for the Windstar, if you're traveling up North Texas, just cross the border and you're right there. Just go straight on I-35, continue going north. You don't have to even turn anywhere. No left turns, no right turns. Just follow I-35, and the minute you cross into Oklahoma, it is right there. Beautiful casino, very, very large. I'm glad I discovered it this late after its debut. Apparently it's been out for about 10 years or so, but when it first came out, it was just a shell of what it was now. Anything involving this casino, it is considered the largest casino in the world, and they boast that several times when you walk in, when you see advertisements, when you get flyers, emails, mailers. It's always been boasted that this is now the largest casino in the world, based on not just the number of slots they have, but also based on the hotel occupancy, because they have three towers to work with: a middle tower, which is a smaller one, and then two larger towers, and then one of the older locations, which was the original hotel itself. And it is large. It is somewhere close to 2 miles long from end to end. And when you walk the casino, you'll know why they have 6,000 slots to work with. Let's first talk about the actual casino itself on the inside. It's made up of several different parts, and they're themed on several different locations in the world. So there's one part where you're walking in, for example, and it's Rome. And then there's another part, and it's supposed to represent, I believe, like New York area, like the USA area there. Another part is supposed to represent, if I recall correctly, another part of Europe. No, Japan. It's been a while. I don't really check the locations, but you'll know when you're walking in different areas, and they do that on purpose because apparently there in the casino, because it's so large, you can't really point to a direction like go to West Wing exit 43. No, instead you'll say meet me at the Rome location or meet me at the New York location, and then that's where people meet. And that's why there's a distinct set of areas to go to. Plenty of slots, so many slots to work with. And as crazy as it sounds, 6,000 plus slot machines. Whenever you go there and let's say it's on a Saturday night, you'll still run out of space. You cannot have enough slot machines to work with the people that go there. You'll be running out. In fact, in some places, you'll actually be waiting in line for some very popular slot machines. Luckily, though, I tend to go because I learned my mistake the first time when I went on a Saturday night. I swore to myself I'll never go that way again. Instead, when I go, for example, on Sundays, or sometimes if I have like a vacation day in the weekdays, much slower. You'll have plenty of room to work with, especially if you go during the daytime like I do. The casino, again, with those 6,000 slots, there's a portion of it dedicated to the non-smokers, such as myself, which is really nice. The problem is it's really cold in there. They call it the 360 room, and it's supposed to be like an interactive room where your winnings and whatever you earn, especially if it's like a jackpot sized winning, it'll appear on a bunch of monitors surrounding that room, and it'll be like a way for them to announce, congratulations, you won the jackpot, and everyone knows. But otherwise, that's the only non-smoking area. Everything else, as is traditional with most casinos, is 100% smoking. Also within the casino, every single area that's segmented between different locales, they also have different restaurants tied to it. Great stuff. I mean, I've tasted the pizza there. I've tasted, there was some Chinese food there. I've tasted the New York area where they had like hot dogs, they had hamburgers, good stuff. There's even a newer introduction, like a dessert area where there's a Dairy Queen, and you can get some of those great dip cones there as well. And then I've also tested the buffets. The location there has a buffet where I had like free coupons, and it's pretty good. They've got the full gamut of everything. I mean, you can choose from ribs, you can choose from tacos, you can choose from pizza, from chicken, stuff like that. So it's really nice. And when you're in the rewards program like I am, which I highly recommend when you go there, check out the rewards program, then you'll start getting some comps later on. The casino seems to reward pretty nicely on the comp side. Spend a couple $100, in other words. Even if you recoup it back, you'll start getting offers in the mail as far as free hotel stays, and then as far as free comp play, like free play, $10, $15 here, and then also the free food. If you really spend though, then you start getting the larger stuff, which is pick any day out of the month for those 2 days, and you'll be able to stay, including Saturdays, which is the coveted night there, because Saturday nights, again, they're so busy. They've got the hotel booked from top to bottom, but they reserve a special portion of those rooms for what they consider their high rollers. Don't expect to go into their reward program, by the way, and earning the free play on its own. It pays very dismal. I think it's something like 1 penny for every $10, something like that. So you have to spend $100. No, if even that, I think it's 1 penny for every like $100. I don't know. I don't really keep track of that because it's come out to just like $1 or $2 that I make on every single visit in terms of the free play, the free comp play. Instead, though, get the reward program because you'll be starting to get those rooms and the buffets and the free play, and that's where it really adds up nicely. Great stuff. As far as the casino slot machines, it's 50-50. I've made some good money off of them, and I've also lost some money. No real formula. Even the stuff that I tried from that book that I recommended a little while back, Mike's Guide to Slot Play, it's worked on some occasions and then it hasn't worked on others. I still don't know. I do see some winners come out, and I do have the Winstar placed as a liked page on my Facebook page, so they do tout every day winners, and they're proud to. They try to get the word out so that way they can try to encourage more people in. But it hasn't happened to me yet. The largest that I've won there was a couple $100, which is nice. But I was playing a larger slot machine, one of the ones that requires a couple of bucks to play each turn. So 50-50. I can't really say that it has the loosest slot machines out there, but I can't also say that it has the tightest ones. So go in with your own trepidation, spend, because if you're going to go there and you're going through all that trouble, might as well get the rewards program, sign up, start making that stuff count for you, and then that way, if you win the bonuses and jackpots, all the better. If not, then hey, at least you're winning on the reward side. Now, as far as the hotel itself, they've got those beautiful towers that were just finished. They were finished last quarter. I believe it was late last quarter or the quarter before. and they were outstanding. They are outstanding. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Free Wi-Fi as well whenever you walk in. Free Wi-Fi in the rooms. Brand new rooms. Some of them even have the brand new smell to them. That's how new they are. So as far as the hotel stay, great stuff. Not really much to look out to though, because that's one of the sacrifices tied to visiting something in Oklahoma. It's not going to be like Vegas where you look out and you're seeing the beautiful Vegas Strip view. No, all you're seeing in this case when you open up the windows is nothing. Pure valley. That's because it's in an Indian territory, and those Indian territories, they don't have anything outside of their casinos on purpose, so that way you're not visiting other places. Instead, you're just staying there in the casino. But the hotel is good stuff. Highly recommended. Don't sign up yet for the hotel stays until you get the reward program. Then once you start getting the comp offers, that's when I recommend staying, because it is pretty pricey on its own. Minimum is $100-something. I think like 120. And that's on a weekday. If you're staying the weekend, then you're talking about over $200 a night. That is pretty pricey. But if you have the rewards program and you start getting those comps, then they start getting offered to you free. So that's why I say don't stay at the hotel just yet until you sign up for the reward program. Make sure for that visit you spend some change, and then you'll start getting the offers. Instead, if you go about maybe 10 miles out from the Windstar, then you'll start seeing other hotels that pretty much exist for the sole reason of the Windstar being there. I mean, there's one town, I believe it's called Gainesville, Texas, that's about 9-10 miles out. That one, I don't see anything else like other than it existing for the Winstar. There's no other infrastructure. There's no like printing factory. There's no manufacturing place. I didn't see any other technology place. Nothing. It's just, it seems to be like it exists there for the sole reason of the traffic going to and from the Winstar, which is great. I mean, if it works out for that town, sure, but stay in one of those hotels first, like I did, and then start checking out the Winstar when you get the offers. But that's it. The Windstar Casino Hotel, largest hotel considered now in the world based on the room size, and then also based on the number of slot machines. If anyone else has gone there, please let me know what you think. Post your comments, share them below. They've got a somewhat attractable rating on TripAdvisor. As always, it tends to be where a lot of people put negative comments whenever the slot machines don't pay out, but hey, that's gambling. That's why it's called gambling for a reason. So I do recommend it. I wish I could go there more often. It's just that for me, for my Austin area, to take a trip up there, it would take upwards of 5 hours, and that's a long time. That's a long trip. If it was so much like the people that live in Dallas, they have it so much luckier. It takes them a little over an hour to get there to the Windstar. That's a day trip. You know, you go there for an hour as a trip, stay there maybe 5-6 hours, and then drive another hour back. That's perfect. I wish I could have that here, but again, with the Windstar, me being in Austin, it's a little too far out. So I wish I could go there more often, but I do probably twice a year, somewhere around there. And I highly recommend it. Good stuff. All right, everybody. Thanks again as always. Take care. Bye.